Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of 4GQ TV here in January of the new year 2000. And let me just double check 2024. Yep, that's it. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's been quite hectic the last few months of the year. Lots of conventions that they've been sending me to. Lots of other stuff going on in the background. Interviews with Paul and PK. But we're here. Everybody share this out because I didn't really share it out this time. But anyway. Welcome to 4GQ TV. We have two very special guests today. Before I interview them, or introduce them, I should say, I'll just go through the regular panel here. Welcome back, Enemy to Evil.
Hello, it's good to be back. It's been a little while again, but life is life, right? And hopefully we're on an up and up at the minute. But yeah, good to see you all.
Yeah,
got some new faces in, so I hope you all had a good holiday and New Year. And let's go, right?
Hey, New Year's resolution for animators ass. No more excuses. You just show your little UK behind up.
Yeah, it's not always possible because I don't live in one house anymore.
I don't care if you pre-record yourself, but you show up.
Oh, so you're saying he should pre-record himself, like doing silhouette moves and stuff, and then we just put him on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we can do bad. Then we'll do bad lip reading every time it's his turn.
And then I'll do his bad UK voice sound. His voice.
Bloody right, mate.
Sounds like a plan.
No, God,
Sounds
no.
like a plan.
Well, see, Carlo already took it, so he ain't even. I don't know why he think UK and Australian sound alike, but that's what he doing over there.
Hey, welcome, Rory, to the chat. Happy New Year as well to you. And then we have, Celestial Cerebral Paw. What happened?
I didn't put that in there. I didn't put that in there. You probably put it in there.
No,
with me.
I could, because I would put Pineapple Powerbomb Paw.
I did not put that in there. I don't know who put that in there.
That's the real name right there.
You're always changing my name and shit, so you know.
Oh wow! Listen to this guy. He's always happy. He's excited right now. Can you tell, everybody?
Yeah, you can tell if I'm excited. The camera doesn't go down that low.
Oh man.
Oh, Paul.
That's inappropriate. No.
Hi, have we met? That should be my name. Inappropriate, because that's just where it goes.
Inappropriate Paul.
Yeah, that's a good one. We should add that to his long list of the names there. Inappropriate Powerbomb, Paparazzi, Pineapple Paw. Yeah, okay. I like it.
I see Kelly Rex didn't bother to make his bed this morning, but that's okay.
Why you all up in this man's business?
I was hoping you would have catch that.
Business?
Wow. And then we have the ever elusive, but always the most electrifying man in all YouTube land. It's your boy, PKX Entertainment.
So, New Year's resolution. Carlo's gonna stop doing my introduction wrong. Welcome to the most electrifying channel in all entertainment. It's your boy PK, and thank you. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for coming back. Yo, it's been a crazy time on the holiday. I hope everybody had a good time, and thank you, Carlo, for giving me that introduction. But I don't like it, so we're just gonna do mine.
Oh, don't worry, it'll get better. I'll add something to it, like Paul's.
It won't get better. It won't get better.
Yeah.
Yo.
But and then I'd like to welcome the special guest, and I have an announcement for Andrew, aka Frogboy, as well. But Callie Rex, man, welcome back to the show. Appreciate you being here.
I know it's been a while. Thank you guys for having me on.
He didn't want to chill with me in Vegas when I came out there. He was like, "Nah, bro."
Everybody be scared too. Yeah.
Yo.
I wanted to, but I had family that wanted to leave early, so I was
another excuses. You gotta send this man going.
Kelly Rex was so excited to be here. He just woke up. And as Paul said, he hasn't made his bed yet, but yeah. So thank you for being here, Kelly. We really appreciate it. And then
thank you.
And then welcome back, Frogboy, aka Andrew, who is going to be permanently joining the show. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to be back.
We ain't getting no round of applause. Come on, bro. You got all those buttons.
Hold on, I gotta see what button. I might have Paul screaming on one of these.
The only button I got is that one. So
Yeah, that was a giant fail.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
And hold on, I do have something from Paul here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there
I
you go.
didn't say that. I didn't say
Are
that.
you sure you didn't say that? I could have sworn that was you.
Really sure I didn't say
Oh,
that.
hold on. This might be Paul here.
I'm a grown ass man.
Nope. Wrong.
No.
Nope.
All right, we're about to take buttons away from him right now.
Yeah, I love buttons. They're my favorite thing. They also glow in color. If I could show my Rodecaster, I need a new angle for the camera because I now have a 2K monitor, I guess you could say. But so I want to go ahead and get into the topics here. We have some topics. PK and I have talked about this for a long time now. I have many concerns with Arcane doing Blade. Okay, now listen. I am a true comic book fan. I even have the periodic table here. Most people don't even know there's a periodic table of superheroes, but I do. And I'm worried about Blade being with Arcane because I was not a fan of Dishonored. I think Arcane makes a lot of boxy stuff. Maybe Dishonored was good, okay, but it wasn't my cup of tea. But they do make boxy kind of stuff, right? Like it's very linear and boxy. And Blade is not a character that you should put in a boxed environment. Not a character you should put in a linear environment. He should be able to roam free, go to as many nightclubs as he wants to, roam the city, wherever he is, whether it's London, New York City, wherever he's at. He should be free to roam the streets and just take out the trash and not be stuck to a single mission. And he should have multiple missions as he is kind of like a superhero and a vampire, as we all know. But many people that are cheering him on out in the Twitterverse didn't even know that he is a superhero, didn't even know that he's a vampire, didn't even know his origins with Dracula. They're just cheering him on because he's with Xbox now, right? And he's a character you got to be careful with because he is
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He is let me just say this. He's a fine-tuned superhero. He's a double-A character. Most people think he's triple-A, but he's actually double-A. But he has a strong fan base for that double-A environment that he is brought into, right? And it wasn't until the Blade movies that he had a
From
resurgence.
Wesley Snipes.
Exactly. That he hadn't had a resurgence.
And how long ago did that last movie come out?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So that made him popular. But
I don't know, Paul. Do you remember? What was you doing
He
at
likes
that
turtles.
Yeah.
He
All I'm
likes
saying
turtles.
is it's been a while since Blade's been in the popular lexicon. So
Honestly, those
Did you,
movies were the only reason I ever discovered about Blade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carlo, did you play Deathloop at all?
I did not like it.
See, I liked Deathloop. I don't care for the other ones that they did, but I think I don't know, they're doing it third person. Yeah, I don't know if it's an open world game. Blade is a very complicated character to put in a video game. That's not just a linear hack and slash type game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Blade 2 from like Xbox, and was it the original Xbox? I think it was the original Xbox. Blade 2, pretty much just a linear hack and slash type game.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be in Paris, and yeah, I don't know.
So what are your thoughts of Arcane handling the game there, Frog Boy?
I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I think they could do a pretty good job with it, but I don't think it's going to be. I mean, it's probably going to be more along the lines of like your Redfall, like your Redfall budget. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to have like really hardcore story or anything like that. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
And I don't want a big, gigantic open world.
Nobody asked you, Paul.
It's definitely going to be. It's definitely going to be tough for them. I can already tell you that. They're more. I mean, like Dishonored and Deathloop. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but it'll probably turn out all right.
I'd feel it
Just
has to be
depends.
linear in order to be good, though. Like,
Yes, I do
how else
too.
do you do Blade?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you can't really do like a big open world game. It would be cool, but you're talking a huge budget if you want open world. It's going to be a linear experience. It's probably going to be 5 to 15 hours long.
Yep. And I hope it
You know
tells
what
a
I
good
mean?
story. That's my big thing is tell a good
Yeah,
story.
as long
Don't-
if they could do a good story with it and like have some interesting boss fights,
Right.
some good melee combat, I think it might work. But I don't know, man. I'm not super worried about it. I think they'll do all right, but yeah, it just depends on how they're gonna. it depends on the direction they're going with the game.
And I don't want, if it's open world, I don't want like 3,000 little fetch quests for Blade. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you gotta run
Oh.
around and collect the vials, bro. You're gonna have to collect the vials.
How you gonna complain about something here? Listen, you know those.
Well, now
those-
Carlo's been complaining about it since they announced it.
Yes.
He's opposite man.
No, I'm not. What?
He's opposite man.
You
don't have no excuse.
Yeah, ever since they announced it, he's been like, "Oh man, I don't like it."
Listen,
It's like, dude.
all those quests are optional.
Yeah.
But Blade is a character you got to be careful with as well, because of if they can play it like a dark sort of gritty-esque kind of storyline, I get it, because he's not happy about being the hero, is he? He's not a happy character. Let's be honest. He's much like the Punisher in that kind of way. He's not. It's just he's playing the cards he's been dealt. But the thing is, as well, though, with the character Blade, he can go through swathes of enemies, right? Just go through them like nothing. If you remember when Redfall launched, I know it was another vampire-esque game, but the enemies weren't there, were they, on launch? I mean, I don't know how good it is now, but is it going to be another instance of? Is it going to feel like an empty world? That's
like
my
a bunch of dumb AI.
Well,
that's my
That's
my
why it
take
needs.
on
That's
Arcane
why it
Leander.
needs to be. It needs to be like one of them. Horde games, bro. He's gonna have to have hordes coming after him, man. It's gonna be. Yeah, they'll just.
I
Have
feel
to,
like if they could do it in the style of like the old God of War games or Bayonetta games, that would just still be fine too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like even like a Devil May Cry type experience. You know what I mean? Where you like go through the level and then you get your ranking system, all of that. That would probably fit Blade pretty well, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
But I would want my biggest problem with Arcane doing it is the gosh damn visual style that they like. I want this game to look hyper realistic and be like really gritty and dark, but it's not going to be.
And I'm sorry, but I don't want skill trees unless we're starting with Blade as a kid. I don't
Oh
want skill
my
trees.
god.
Yeah,
I don't.
no skill
I don't.
tree.
I don't want. Now he's learning the skill that he should have had, like, 5 years ago.
You don't want to see him as like young
yeah.
Peter Parker, bro.
All of a sudden now in the middle of the game he can double jump. Ooh,
No, I think
that.
No.
I think they could probably do that rather than his skills. They could probably do with his arsenal of weapons he's got available, because let's be fair, he has a lot at his fingertips.
Yeah.
He has a hell of a lot of different things he can do, and I'm hoping that's what they do with that rather than a skill tree as such.
They also have to incorporate gunplay too, right?
That's why I'm talking. That's why I said like a Devil May Cry type thing, man.
Yeah, I think Devil May Cry would actually be the best.
Go
best
ahead.
way to look at it.
Yeah.
So Kelly brought up a good point, and I was going to say the same thing. Is Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, made by the same people. So that same type action, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, that kind of action definitely a fit. And the concerns mainly is because we don't know what Arcane is going to do. Honestly, they know they got a lot of pressure on them because it's their first Marvel IP. They can't F this up. They will never get it back. Disney will never lease this Stinky back if they mess it up. So they'll definitely have to. However, I agree with Frogboy over here. I don't know. I'm not sold by their visual style, but hell, I mean, Wind Waker didn't wow nobody with its visual style either, but it was an amazing game, well animated, everything. So it could be done. Just depends, right? So,
well, I mean, have you played Marvel's? What's that one? That Marvel's.
Don't bring up Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns. Yeah. See, I mean, like the visual style of that game, kind of. I like the game, but it kind of turned me off to playing it. And
I'm sorry.
Like, oh, man.
I wasn't sold on that one, but I'm not like
you don't like the walk. You don't like the walk, man.
No. So I didn't. I just felt like that was, that game was supposed to be played multiple times. I could not do it a second time. I'm not like
I couldn't even finish it the first time. To be completely honest,
I love Deathloop. I thought Deathloop was freaking great. Right? The
I
dialogue, everything.
Yeah, exactly. The dialogue and everything. So I know they can write. That was good. The but my favorite thing was actually just being Juliana and going through and like invading people's games.
Everything was stylish in the game, so it just felt great. I being open world doesn't have to be right.
Yeah.
Um, I think not being open world gives them more creative control and creative freedom to just give set pieces, give experiences.
Yeah.
Um, but the fluent combos and all that, switching between melee and who's reading Blade comic right now? Raise your
Nobody.
hand. That's what I thought.
I stare at the covers.
That's what I thought.
I stare at the covers. Brian
Come on,
Edward
Pete.
That's
Hill.
all you. That's
Come
all
on,
you need to
PK.
do.
You know I can't read.
I
Well,
can't
and
read. I can barely speak, man.
Exactly. Yeah, I struggle with my native tongue of English. I
The
can't
only
read
reason
as well.
I'm not as
Let me
into
say-
comics as I used to be is I can't afford it.
Let me
The only
just say
reason I'm not
this.
as into comics as I used to be.
Let me just say this. You see,
What? You
who's
just
on
gave a
this cover?
spoiler away.
Who's
A
on
lot
this
of
cover?
people don't even know about Dracula being involved in Blade Universe on Twitter.
He was in the first comic.
We know that, but Twitterverse doesn't know that. They
Oh,
Well,
just,
they
this
need
doesn't
to
matter.
know. You gonna learn today.
It's
But this is
education
the
time.
current run by someone we did interview.
I think
Brian-
Blade is going to get the Starfield freaking treatment. People are going to
So-
hype it up and hype it up and hype it up and yeah.
But the thing
I'm-
with-
I
It was
don't know
it was
about-
done with Redfall previously, wasn't it? I mean, they said it's going to be
yeah,
brilliant.
dude,
It's
they
going to be
keep
great. And
hyping. They keep hyping these
So-
games up.
So let's just
and
back
then
up.
they come out.
These
and it
games
just-
that you guys just mentioned happened before they had Microsoft backing.
yeah. Okay, agreed.
All right. This one is happening under their new home with unlimited resources. So it's definitely a different ball game now.
So for me, going back and looking, I just looked at the teaser trailer. It doesn't look like it's going to be Arcane Leon's boxy look. It really doesn't.
All right, Mr. Complain Man, right quick. I'm trying to get it thought out. All
well,
right.
at least
Sorry.
it's being
You see this-
positive. I say that, Paul.
Li-
Congratulations
listen.
for being positive.
So you know who's on this cover, right? So in this book, not gonna tell you everything that happened, but I tell you that he got new abilities. He unlocked his actual abilities, and he's way more powerful than he actually is. So you know what would be cool? If that stuff was integrated into the new game. Things that
Mm.
no one's ever seen before. And that he can now do.
Obviously. Oh, I was going to say I don't know if they're going off of the comics because like this is going to be focused in Paris.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But point I'm making is Blade is universal. He could be anywhere. He's traveled through dimensions, time, and everything, time, space, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like Deadpool. It doesn't matter where you put him. He can be in Simpsons and he's still the same. It don't matter. All I'm saying
Ooh, I
is,
hope Deadpool's in the game.
Mhm.
but I mean, in general, I think if they took an opportunity, because I have the same concerns everybody said on here, but this is being done under Microsoft's umbrella. Like all the previous games, Starfield, Redfall, that was done prior, right? All that stuff was done already in production, everything beforehand. But now they have unlimited resources, so they can get help, they can borrow stuff from other teams, got technology, you can, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm saying is they have an opportunity to prove themselves because this is their first third-person game, and they have a Marvel license, which is something we're. Don't get me wrong. Everybody on this panel is pretty excited about it being Blade, right? We would love to see this because he's a cool character. I think everyone might agree with me, but
I want to see it.
but
Definitely.
I think it would be great to kind of take advantage of the stories that are being written now, especially like what I just said. I mean, it's pretty badass, and then incorporate the new, not necessarily stories, but what makes the character today. Make him relevant to what is relevant today. And not only do you want to do that because that's advertised for Marvel, so somebody go buy this comic, and it's also more advertising for you because then Disney's going to promote this game too. So what I'm saying is, it's a win-win. So I really think they should definitely take their time and flesh it out. Do not make Blade a stealth character. He is not a stealth character. All right.
No.
What if
He
they make
drives.
this game first person?
But we need stealth sections.
No, it's
we
third
need
person.
stealth sections.
It's already
Oh, is it?
said third person.
Okay.
what I think is good is give it optional, like Batman Arkham. Like you can
We need a
approach it
grappling
stealth.
hook too.
You can make it stealth. Well, he doesn't need grappling. I'm telling you, his new powers. He's
You
OP.
can
See,
just
but to me, that's
He's OP.
that's going to be a balancing act too. If you give him all these new powers that nobody knows about outside of the comic book,
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they don't know him anyway.
it
Relax.
does because they know him from the movie.
It
and
doesn't
that's what
matter.
they're- That's
No,
what
they
a lot
don't.
of people are going
I
to be.
guess they
looking
could
for.
just
Callie,
they could just make it a battle
Callie,
royale.
was you born when the movies came out?
Yeah,
Thank you.
around that time.
Thank you. See, who
No,
gonna
no,
remember?
but see, no, because as soon as you start talking about Blade, people are going to go back and check out the movies. The ones
Relax.
that
Well,
source they
I
have.
mean, hold on.
It's not-
Paul has a point. People will check out the movies, but at the same time, I kind of agree with PK that they can add new abilities, right? But
they can.
should-
They just, it's a balancing act. That's all I'm saying. They can't throw it
No,
all
it's
out
not.
there.
You
Yeah,
can
it
do
is.
whatever.
No.
They can do whatever within the constraints that Disney allowed them to. All right. If Spider-Man had 1,000 suits and gave him a bunch of new powers via suits,
So you're
You know,
saying that
none of them
Blade could
meant anything
one
except
of
for
Blade's
one.
costumes could be addressed then.
I didn't say costumes. I just said that they gave him a lot of powers via suits, even though none of those suits mean anything. They were except for the electric one, but but he had extra powers that he don't have in the comic. That's what I'm getting at, and it's still optional. You don't have to do it. It's not mandatory or anything. But the point I'm making is it's there, and it's a video game at the end of the day.
I gotta say, I agree with Dreadpool. They could tank it with a bad story, and Arcane's to me, Arcane's stories are not the greatest, and the visual art style is not the greatest. But
I'm sorry.
I
I haven't played them all, but I will say that Deathloop was great, and it had a great twist. I've never seen that coming.
Also, to be precise, for those who may not realize, this is Arcane Leon. This is not Arcane. You know, there's different studios in Arcane. There's the two
Thank you for
primary
that
studios. This is
correction.
Leon.
This is the Boxy Studio.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, the Deathloop Studio is the one that's doing it. Correctly.
But yeah, I would say they have a better opportunity now to show themselves than they did before. So I do still maintain my concerns, but I think there's a lot of things riding on this one. So you can't let the Wolverine from Activision be better than Blade. Come on, man.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say
Hey, that game was pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I think it was pretty good.
He was doing impossible stuff in there too that he can't do. So
And Carlo, you may not like their games, but a lot of people do. They're highly rated games.
it's okay that I'm always right, Paul, and everybody else might not be.
No.
No, hold on. What I'm gonna say this though, but Arcane now has a high bar to reach, right, with a AA character, because Blade is beloved by a very specific fan group, right? It's not a casual fan group. It's a hardcore Blade fan group. And I don't know if Microsoft's thinking they're going to pull in all these casuals because it's Marvel and Blade. That's not the case. It's going to be the hardcore Blade fans that come in, and they are going to critique everything that Arcane does, because casuals are probably not going to have a clue who Blade is right away. It's going to take them some time, marketing material, other friends say, hey, check out Blade, etc., etc. I think that's going to be the hardest point in this situation for Xbox to conquer with Blade. It's not going to bring in with the numbers that they think they're going to bring in. They're just going to bring in more critique than ever. So they need to expect that.
and my
Well, they still got like Indiana Jones coming out too, man. Oh,
Yeah.
And that last movie did not do good.
well,
Nobody
you could
cares
blame
about
Kathleen Kenny for that. Let's move on from there. Muffle, I agree. That was the first 5 minutes of that movie. Just think about that.
Okay.
Hey, Fonz, welcome. Welcome, Fonz, to the chat.
Fonz,
Welcome.
haven't
Appreciate
seen
it,
him in
bro.
a while. What's good?
I can't even see the chat.
YouTube.
I just go to open up a window to the YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Blade will be a Deadpool clone. Oh, I like the way you
Oh.
think, Joe.
No, Deadpool is already a clone. Relax.
Oh, I know you're getting. Yeah, you're talking about what Deathstroke
He
is.
is.
It? Okay,
He
yeah,
is
I
a
know.
de-
Rob
he is a
Liefeld
clone.
did admit that on Twitter. He did. Yes, he did. He said he admitted he got the idea from Deathstroke. However, So I know everybody's concerns here with some of you guys want the linear open world with a good story, but I'm sorry, not open world, linear. But I'm thinking like a semi-open world like Halo Infinite or a Ubisoft open world or like a Spider-Man kind of Insomniac world where it wasn't super open, but there was enough to do. And I kind of hope for that with Blade, and I don't think Arcane's going to do it with the first game. I think they're going to be very cautious, and they don't know what they're stepping their foot into with all these hardcore fans on Blade.
You know what? They may.
I
be
mean, if
hardcore
he
fans
gets a
too.
muscle car and drive around town, I'd be dope for
Yeah.
that.
Like Supernatural?
No, like he has a muscle car. He had a Charger in the first movie.
See, I agree
He
with
probably
Fonz
borrowed it
here.
from. He probably borrowed it from the Punisher. You know.
Oh well, the Punisher was stripped of his skull and his gun, so he ain't no longer the Punisher no more.
Yeah, he's the tickler now. He's just.
But here's an opportunity too that I want you guys to think about, right? So now Xbox has this Marvel IP that they can do good with or do bad, whatever happens. But I think it's time that Xbox crunches the numbers and they're like, hey, let's stick some characters in the Blade game so we can get them so that Sony can't license them or Insomniac can't license them for their games. Like, let's get Dracula in Blade. Let's get I know they can't get Wolverine, but they can get X-23, right? And recreate the fight with the female Wolverine.
No, you want somebody who's associated with Blade, like his daughter, like Ghost Rider, like somebody who's.
Okay,
Yeah.
grab
Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
I was going to
before-
go Ghost Rider.
You
Yeah.
do not want just random people. You want people
I
that
would-
make sense.
I would love a Ghost Rider game. I would love a
Ghost
Ghost Rider
Rider.
game.
Okay. Grab Ghost Rider before it's locked down. At least we know that Xbox typically wouldn't lock stuff down. They might now just because of how much Insomniac's got locked down with Spider-Man. But we need
I think they should make Blade multi-platform.
okay.
I don't
Oh,
think so.
Fonz. Oh, I thought we were friends, man.
Because once you start going multi-plat, then you're reducing the quality of the game because now they got to make it work on multiple things.
Yeah.
I don't know if
When they
that's the
only have to
case.
focus on one architecture and one hardware,
I
they
just
already said
think
it.
that if they do it exclusive, the media is just going to destroy it.
That's
It's going to
they're
be
gonna do
destroyed
it
anyway.
regardless.
Yeah.
They gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, you're right. You're
But you
true.
want the quality. The thing is, you want the game to be memorable. You want it to mean
Yeah.
something, regardless of what everybody else say. If it's a great game, it's a great game. Hi-Fi Rush is my favorite game of last year. Period.
It is
It had no glitches. It was
sleeper
fucking
hit.
quality.
I
All of it.
I didn't like
You know-
it, but it was a sleeper hit.
And all I'm saying is that because, and it's not for everybody, but the point is it was a well put together game. It didn't have issues nowhere. It had a great story. Voice acting was on point. The writing was insane. The jokes, everything. It was just really not music, etc. There was no way that people could not see the value of what it was. And regardless of the hate,
I can't play it. So, I mean, I wanted to, but I can't. So,
My only thing with that game is I
Hmm.
wanted like a, I don't know. I wanted like a faster movement. It just felt kind of too slow for me.
see,
Just
and I had
wanted
the
it to be
opposite problem.
faster.
I had some of the opposite issues. Yeah.
animated. What's the
Yeah.
UK think about these things?
Well, I'll give you my opinion. The rest of them are wrong, so we're all good, right?
My man.
You're off the chain. But let's hope for the best. This is 2024, so we ain't gonna speak no bad into this game. We're just gonna voice our concerns and hope for the best, right?
Yep.
Keep it moving. You know.
But and nobody else has characters they'd like to see get locked down with Blade.
It's gonna be a rated.
I want a
Yeah,
Superman
game,
game.
right?
Lockdown Superman.
See, everybody says that,
Xbox.
but to me, you have to make a good.
I
Superman
want him to
game,
be super powerful
and that's about
and
that's more about
super
the villain and the
powerful
story than about
and
Superman himself.
have like a good versus evil type thing to try to balance it out.
Well, you
I
have
want
to. 'Cause To
powerful
me, Superman
Superman.
is a boring person. So
Yeah. I just want him to have to.
I don't
fight
think it's
and
boring. He has
everything.
good. He has a good personality. You can make a story out of. Like trying to
Yeah.
him like learning from being a teenager with his superpowers coming in.
Yeah, I mean that could
Like
be
an
a good
MMO
thing,
or
but
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
No MMOs.
They already have an MMO.
Yeah, DCU Online is absolute crap. So no. So,
Or at least have him as a playable character in Suicide Squad for like they did with Venom.
I
Okay.
believe that
In
the
Spider-Man 2.
Suicide Squad started out as a Superman game, and they just pivot to that.
What?
I think they did
I-
too.
You
No, they
think
can't.
so?
They canceled the Superman game, and then they
Right.
pivoted to.
Exactly. They
They
took
just-
the
yeah, they
same
just said nope.
assets and then moved over to this
Yeah.
game.
and boy, I'll tell you what, I played the demo for the Suicide Squad stuff or the beta. The traversal for me is darn near impossible, and I will not be able to play. What's her name? Harley
I
Quinn.
probably I
Oh,
probably
it's
won't even
awful.
like that game, but I'll give it a try.
I wanted to, and there are parts of it I like, but some of the traversal stuff is just
Cranky Whistler and his daughter. How about that?
there you go. But
All right, we
again,
beat this
that's
up
gonna be
there,
one of those that
Lance.
comes with accessibility, just like with your favorite game, Hi-Fi Rush. You know, if they would add accessibility, I want to play it. The parts I could play, I enjoyed. You know?
All right. Yeah, I was letting Paul finish PK on that.
No, no,
I
you're good.
agree. Accessibility is important with every game. So, Paul, I support you there.
Yeah.
So the next thing, that caught my eye and I want to talk about is that somebody claims they uploaded some scenes from Baldur's Gate 3 initially by accident onto the Xbox platform that were some scenes that are against Xbox terms of service. They did roll out the terms of service that you can't upload any nudity, etc., super graphic content, or you could face terms of service. Well, the person claimed they did it by accident. They probably didn't even know it was going up there. And Xbox didn't really say, hey, here's a warning to turn off your settings. Instead, they got banned for a year from Xbox Live.
I heard about that.
And hopefully I'm saying this right. Larian Studios is now working with Xbox to try and figure out what to do, because apparently it's not the only person that has felt the wrath of Xbox in the situation. And when I think of Baldur's Gate 3, I don't really think of obscene scenes or nudity
Really?
scenes.
So you don't think having sex with a bear is obscene? Or
I didn't even know that's in the game. You just spoiled it. I didn't know
Or
that.
going into a barn and seeing them doing man.
See.
I
Unless
don't know
Paul-
what kind of stuff you guys are into. I'm so ashamed.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Obviously the kinky
Baldur's Gate
shit.
3, I've got about 8 hours in Baldur's Gate 3, man, and there's some stuff in that game,
yeah,
bro. That,
it starts off really quick, actually. Once you,
it doesn't.
Why you so
yeah,
why you over there
stuff like
giggling there, Paul? What's so funny?
just because I've played a lot of it, so
because
I
he's
mean,
inappropriate, Paul, and that
that's
game
right.
is very inappropriate.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
just gave him a new name.
Inappropriate,
Also,
Paul. Yes.
Let me speak to the Xbox side of things real quick. They introduced the strike system a few months ago. It's 7 strikes you're out. He got 3 strikes for the video that he posted. But we don't know what this previous strike for 4, if they were occurred at the same time, because he uploaded multiple things. There are parts of the story we don't know. So it wasn't a 3 strikes you're banned thing.
I think
was
they
a-
should turn
was a
off
sec-
automatically uploading
Yeah.
to the cloud is the problem.
And you
Right.
can turn
that's
that
a
off
thing.
yourself too. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can turn that off yourself as well.
But I mean, by default is on. Like it
Yeah.
should be off
Yeah, yeah.
by default.
Interesting.
That
You're-
could
yeah.
definitely mitigate some things
Yeah.
getting uploaded by.
I don't.
I
even
mean,
use
I
the
accidentally hit the share button too
function.
sometimes and screenshot stuff I don't mean to. But I just think that's just
Let's see. The bear lover is the druid. So if you don't have the druid in your group yet, yeah, you haven't met her yet, or him, or whatever. I don't remember. But
what?
Paul's going deep in this. He must have played a lot.
Hey,
of
I
this.
played the game. I know.
Hey, don't be telling your play-by-play mishaps. He ain't even playing the game. He said, "This is the
You're
way
never,
I
you're
play.
never gonna
This
have-
is the way
you'll
I
never
play the
have
game.
same-
You guys are doing it wrong. I wanted this druid. I had fantasy about this.
Well, there's also the vampire that can. Yeah, never mind. There's a lot that goes on. in this
Wow. You know what? I just opened up a can of worms with Paul.
You are a naughty old man. You know
I-
that.
I played it for a lot of hours. What can I say? Game of year, baby. Get it.
Yeah, but like I think that if Xbox or any platform holder knows that this stuff can be in a game that they put on their platform, then maybe have some type of I mean
warning system.
Yeah, or a thing where if you go to upload something, it will recognize the part of the game, like use some type of content recognition. I mean, Sony.
How would you do that? How would you?
Well, just like back in the day on PS3, if you try to stream movies from the PS3, Sony had Cinevia Production, I think it was called. They can use
DHCP. That's something totally different.
No, Cinevia. It recognized the vocal part of the movie that you were playing, and it would block it out. So I mean, they can
work. That works under the same technology as like Shazam, the music identifier thing.
Yeah, they could,
and it's
I mean, they could use that on the back end of the cloud. I mean, Microsoft's big in the cloud, right? It wouldn't be that hard for them to implement. It would take time and engineering, but other than that, it would save a lot of gamers some stress. You wake up one day like, crap, I didn't know I uploaded this. And I'm going to throw this out here and all you guys can talk about. But when I played Madden on Xbox like 2 years ago, Madden had a glitch where it kept screenshotting and uploading clips constantly. I looked at my feed and it was like, touchdown.
That wasn't a glitch. It's a setting in the game.
It's a setting, yes.
Okay.
FIFA's very similar. If you do like a goal from a certain distance out, it'll just automatically upload it unless you've got it turned off.
Yeah, there's lots of games that had that feature. That's why I said it should just be off by default. And then
just like PlayStation, theirs is off by default. They don't have anything that uploads anything automatically. You have to upload it for yourself.
Yeah, they're a little different because you got to pay for a plus, whereas it doesn't matter if you have live or not.
Oh no, you don't. You don't have to pay for plus to upload anything.
Well, your game saves. So at the end of the day, I'm saying
what on PlayStation?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Callie. Is that I think it should be off by default. That's one mitigating factor. The other thing is I agree with what everybody's saying. Have something that kind of recognizes that, hey, you are playing an M-rated game, maybe, and just like how we have streamer mode whenever we're streaming something, it kind of turns off the audio or whatever. Something like that would be cool to get into. I mean, I don't know, animated.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so like, if it's an M-rated game, it's purely for adults anyway. It should give you a warning to say, "Are you sure you want to post this to whatever? Are you sure you want to upload this?" That kind of thing.
Like YouTube system does.
Yeah, but if you're recording it, and it's an M-rated game.
Yeah,
you should perhaps get a warning to say that this. Are you sure that this may contain nudity or whatever? Right?
Because GTA 6 is going to be a lot worse.
Hopefully.
Our GTA 6, are we going to having sex with bears and stuff?
I'm not even going to cover GTA 6 on my channel.
I don't know what kind of fetish you got, Paul, but
the
paparazzi
mission. The paparazzi mission in 5 was kind of wasn't it? Let's be honest. We all know which paparazzi mission we're talking in GTA 5. We all did it.
We all did
it.
I don't know. I got to the Trevor part and I quit playing.
But basically, you follow a Hollywood star.
Wait. You got to the Trevor part, the best part of the game, and you stopped playing? Wait a second.
Yeah.
Trevor's awesome. Trevor's the best character in the game.
This is too much. I lived that lifestyle for a while, bro.
Yeah,
I lived that lifestyle in real life for a while. I was like, nope, I'm good.
He found Trevor in his tighty whities and thought, nope, that's enough for me.
I got to there and I was like, oh gosh, man, I can't do this.
So you didn't decide to sue them like the Joker is trying to do? He's like, oh, that's a mimic of me. You weren't
the real guy.
I was like, no.
The Florida Joker.
Yeah.
Are you friends with him, Carlo? I want to know. He's down in your area, so.
No, I don't. No, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's in my area. I mean, there's a lot of people like that in my area over here.
Yeah, a lot of jokers in your area.
PK, I didn't get the joke, but
jab turkeys.
Yeah, that's a term.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Callie, Callie,
Yeah.
just checking your mic. No, I'm saying in general. I don't know if I heard your thoughts or not, Thomas. I know you said something.
Oh, when it comes to the upload feature, and I just said it should be. I just said it should just automatically be off. Like I think it's stupid, and I think that the fact that we're at the point now when we're in media, like where we have to like have like a warning for like uploading games that are mature. Like before, that wasn't really even a thing we had to worry about, but like now it is. I just think it's kind of stupid. Like like YouTube's like when I upload something to YouTube and I already have it set to not for kids. I don't feel like there needs to be something for the console that needs to dictate like that it's for adults.
Interesting.
The problem is the Xbox, it automatically uploads it to the Xbox side, so that if people go to your profile, they can see what you've uploaded.
But that's I think what he's saying is the same thing I alluded to. Is like if the default option was to have it off, casual people wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like they're most casual. Like Callie's a little seasoned, so uploading YouTube is something that not everyone does. However, if let's say he did, I don't know if he did accidentally do it or not, but let's say he did. Well, should he be held accountable for a mistake? I don't know. I think there's a great area there. And that's kind of what I'm saying is like, it might have been intentional. I have no idea. But if the feature was like, I mean, they could probably figure it out. Just look at how many times he's uploaded stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was going to
there's a
point out
pattern.
too.
But the point is, if the feature was by default, like if you did an update to everybody Xbox and just made it default off, there would be no excuse for a mistake because you had to intentionally enable that feature.
Interesting.
But then you should there should be not so much a strike system, but you should at least get some time to be able to take that down.
Yes.
Rather than an insta ban for a year. You should be given the option, like you do when you get a copyright strike on monetized videos on YouTube, saying, "Look, this is
But like I
A
said,
strike. Don't say strikes. Don't say that. You mean demonetized. Don't say strike.
No, do you know what I mean? When you get that warning, you've got a chance to take that down and
or mute the audio, right? Like mute the audio.
Well, Facebook does that. Facebook does it automatically mutes audio.
But we all agree, you know, it's
like I said, we're missing parts of this story. Like, you know, the other 4 strikes that he had to acquire to get the year ban. When did they occur? You know, if they were pre.
So you didn't even say he had 4 other strikes. You saying he had?
He had to. You don't get the year ban until you have 7 strikes.
He did have other. He did have some other strikes according to the article, but doesn't elaborate specifically how many.
They have a. There is a timetable.
I know. I actually. 2 things have occurred here. I looked up the page, and I was actually in on some of the discussions that kind of worked on how this stuff would work. So.
Paul, you're gonna get the hate now.
Yeah, but the page says for they get 3 strikes for obscene or other for very strong, but it's not, you know, and 1 or 2 depending on what the other things are. So, and depending on when they rolled, he got 7 strikes in in enough of a period of time that they went, okay, that's your year ban. You know, and we don't have that information.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good point. Well made. I didn't know that, but okay.
Right.
I mean, his situation. I was just talking in general. Like everybody's situation is different, but in general, I think they should just, like Callie said, just update it and then shut it off by default, and they have to enable the thing because it's not that big a deal. Turning it on if you want it on. But I accidentally screenshot and stuff by accident too. So.
And the guy had to want to save this for a reason because it was a video. It wasn't just a screenshot. He actually had to go in and tell it, I want to catch the last 30 seconds or whatever. This thing.
Is that what you do, Paul?
Sometimes, yeah.
You got a lot of saves on your stuff. I gotta rewatch this later. I gotta rewatch this.
Well, if I'm playing golf and I do a really good like a birdie or something, I'll grab that. Or if I have there's a couple of times where I've had really good shots in Call of Duty. You got a problem with that? I don't
Or
get
if
a
you're
lot of
watching the
good
bear
shots.
scene, or if you're watching the bear scene.
Don't
Yeah.
do that, Callie. He gonna get moist. You can't talk to him about no daggone bear.
Yeah. You
Yo,
want to make a event? The vampire bear is really bad, but yeah.
listen. I think we beat this up.
Yeah. I was just gonna say before you say listen, PK, I was just gonna let you know, and this is a small topic. I'm just gonna throw in there. A lot of people might not know, or a lot of people might not care. So Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are coming to Game Pass, according to I believe it was Forbes, aka Destin. There was a message that went out and said you can enjoy Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which I mean are older games. Not sure if everybody's gonna be excited about it. They don't really graphically look great, but you know they're part of the Baldur's Gate series. Anybody happy for that?
No.
Those
No,
are
we-
way old.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
Baldur's Gate's not
PlayStation
my
2.
thing anyway, but I definitely.
Plus,
wouldn't
if you
go
haven't
back
played those games in 20 years, then
Yeah.
unless you're on a nostalgia kick, it's pointless. I think.
If you want to see where the games come from, yeah. I mean, they
You
weren't
you got
bad.
YouTube, right?
Oh man, it's so hard. Man, it's so hard for me to play old games. And a
Yeah,
lot of it really just comes down to physics, man. Once you get used to once I get used to the newer physics of each generation, it's so hard to go back and play
Well, and
like
the
those
styles are
older
way
games.
different too, especially for Baldur's Gate 1.
Yeah.
The style is way different.
Well, Baldur's Gate 1 was like my first. That was what, PlayStation 2? Are we Baldur's Gate 1 Dark Alliance or Baldur's Gate 1?
Yeah, I played them
For,
all because I'm an old man. So
Well, I mean, the Dark Alliance series
Yeah.
is different than just the Baldur's Gate. I
Right, yeah,
thought one's
it is.
one's a ARPG and the other one is RPG, turn based.
What is that piano? Who's watching somebody learn the piano in the background over there?
Hey, that might be me, but don't worry about it. You stay over there. You stay over there.
PK the piano star.
It might be me, but I'm not saying.
Are you watching Big or something? over there?
Hey, relax, okay? Relax. You're over here, all over here in this business over here.
Better be careful. Paul's gonna show up. He's
It's
gonna
in
knock
my
on your
ear.
door.
That's okay. I want him to come and bring some food while he's at it.
That's right. Oh, you got the potato chips, right?
I don't think I got the chips here, man.
No,
I
no
can get
potato
some.
chips.
Hey, listen. Yo, you know what?
Lemon,
Thanks.
that's not. Oh man.
Hey, Lemon's watching us while he's on his throne.
Did you
so-
see what Lemon said in the chat, Paul?
He said,
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
that is cold.
yo, I can't even deal with this right now.
Santa Paul is not giving you any gifts, Lemon. That's it. He's not. He's gonna
That's
come
right.
down your chimney and give you coal.
I wanted to bring this up because next week is CES, and CES is a big deal. A lot of new cool stuff coming down the pipe. I know every time I look over there, Frog Boy, he's got like GameStop, the whole GameStop in his like his closet over there.
Yeah.
And I know he wanted to give somebody some phase when it comes to this NVIDIA versus AMD. So I was curious to hear his little rant. So I was hoping that you give a little spill on that.
On Nvidia, man, like I feel bad for all them 4080 owners if all these leaks are honest. If they're true, you're gonna have a 4070 Ti Super that's gonna come out, and it's gonna basically be a 4080 just shaved down a little bit for like $800, or a 4080 that's gonna be the same price, just a little bit better. I don't know the AMD side. If they do a 7600 XT, that's gonna be pretty awesome. That'll be a good value for gamers. But yeah, I don't know, man. Nvidia, I don't know about Nvidia anymore, man. I've got the 4070 back in right now. I've been testing for a couple of days, and I don't know. It's just not that great.
I'm waiting on you to spill all this tea. You done tested all the GPUs. Like, go ahead, give it to him.
I've only
Let the
tested
people know.
I've been testing so I decided this year, well, at the end of the last year, I was going to do like an Nvidia versus AMD face off, because ever since I got the AMD GPUs, I really love them. I love the user experience from AMD. I like the features and everything. I like being able to get into the Adrenaline software and really like push the GPU and have fun and play around with that stuff. But Nvidia is completely different. So I bought a 4070 and I got a 7800 XT. I'm going to do the same thing next generation. I'll buy the 5070 and the 8800 XT or whatever, and I will just keep doing those, man, for testing out the mid-range GPUs for everybody. 4070 is actually, I don't know. I'm struggling with this card right now, to tell you the truth. it's yeah, I don't know.
What
It was
about
like,
the
what,
4060?
No, we're not doing
What?
that.
What? Why?
That's way
Right. The
too-
3060 is
40
better than the 4060.
The 3060
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you think about it, this 4070 is literally a 3080. It's literally a 3080 with 2 extra gigs of VRAM, and but the the bus rates cut down so much on this card, it just feels weak. Like when you try to play this card at 4K, you can tell that this thing is not meant to do 4K at all. Like it starts to struggle pretty good. 1440p it even struggles. I just put a video out, Hogwarts Legacy, and this thing can't even hit 60 frames a second natively.
Oh wow,
That's pretty bad.
That's
Was
Yeah,
that
with
in-
ray
was-
tracing and everything.
was that
I
in
like,
4K?
wow, man.
It's amazing.
No,
I'm over here sitting with
1440p.
my 1060.
1440. Okay.
2K.
I'm over here
Yeah,
sitting with my
it's a
1060.
1440p card, so I do test it out as 1440p across the board. But I was like, gosh dang, man, not even the 7800 XT struggles that hard. And I'm like, wow, that's just, and this card's $100 more than the freaking 7800 XT. And I'm like, gosh dang, man, you're like, what are you paying for when it comes to Nvidia? Like, you get a subpar experience on everything except for the ray tracing stuff.
Well, you mean you get a premium price for subpar experience?
Exactly, you get that premium
Basically,
price.
basically all
It-
I've heard since they launched the 4000 series, it's
Just gonna go and grab a
4000 series,
grab a
you may as
drink
well
real
stick
quick.
with the 3. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Yo,
The 40 series, man, I don't know. Yeah, it's dumb. I feel like PlayStation and Nvidia are basically like the default option or whatever. So that's why I mean, like, everybody's just like, oh yeah, PlayStation. So it's like a default console. Like when you think about video games or consoles, you're like, oh yeah, PlayStation, it's default. Nvidia, it's default, and I don't know. I don't know. After having like Xbox, the end of last generation and all through this generation, and now, having an AMD GPU, I can see that both AMD and Xbox really care about the user experience. They really care about the uh, the overall experience of their brand. Whereas like Nvidia, like the user experience getting in there and setting it up sucks. It absolutely sucks. If you're new to PC like I was a couple of years ago, that experience sucks. The control panel is dumb. You get into AMD and you play around with the Adrenaline software. It's nice. It's concise. It tells you what things do. It encourages you to play around with stuff. It's cool. Like it's an actual user experience. Whereas Nvidia, I mean, you got like your GeForce experience or whatever, but you still got to get into the control panel and mess around with all that stuff just to even get your card set up. For the first 6 months of Nvidia, I didn't even know I could have better colors until I actually saw a short. I was like, this sucks, man.
Yo,
By the way, anybody else noticing what's going on with Calirex's screen?
Yes, I was gonna say he's got some cool things. Because Callie's over there, he's like, you know what? I'm not phased by graphics card. I got my PS5.
hey, listen, I'm gonna say this: the legend is in the chat, Yobi. Yo, I love you, man. I miss you, man. Shout out to Yobi, the
Yeah,
legend.
absolutely.
Yep. Welcome
Yo.
back, Yobi.
That's
Yeah,
my
welcome
guy.
back, man.
We've all missed you, brother.
Facts. Oh, the reason I brought up CES is not just because I wanted to hear Frog Boys rant, but there's a lot of cool. It's always cool. It's like the future of whatever is coming out. They're gonna show what blockchain is gonna affect gaming. I don't know what that's gonna be, but there's a rumor there might be a Switch 2 reveal, or at least
maybe.
What anybody think about that? What's up with that? What do you think?
I don't know.
It's more like, even if it's not revealed, what do you think the Switch 2 would do?
Probably, I don't know.
I can tell
Are
you
we
what.
comparing it to like a ROG Ally or something, man? Because
You can.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think you can. If it's coming out, it's going to be. It'll have been in development for that long. It's still going to be using old hardware and stuff. I think, in my
It's
opinion.
rumored to cost 400.
If it's
I still-
$400, it's still going to put it not as strong as a ROG Ally, I don't think. But you'll have NVIDIA tech in there. Maybe get some DLSS and some frame generation. Oh man.
Nice,
Kelly, you
Callie.
down
You
for
got a
us?
beard now, Callie.
Callie somehow stole my beard. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean yours does look shorter.
Paul, how you feel about the Switch 2?
I could care less. My thing is, they tend to, their last couple of upgrades have been not really that great, but they ask for a premium dollar out of their users, and they know they're going to get them because Nintendo.
Yep.
So
Nintendo.
they've already proven they can make something out of cardboard and sell it to their users. So
After they did that, right?
Yeah.
They did exactly
Hey,
that.
whatever happened to that
Those
cardboard?
cell
People still
searches.
got it, or they threw it away.
They sold people a make it yourself cardboard box.
People bought it.
The people bought it. Yeah, that's the
Shamefully,
unbelievable thing about
too.
Nintendo. That's the unbelievable thing about Nintendo.
They can sell you a piece of cardboard. Like,
Absolutely.
how?
Hey, listen. They had a W, all right? The very first video game movie to ever make $1 billion is what?
Okay. I mean, you're stretching it a bit, but of course it's the original Super
what
Mario
is the most
Brothers.
popular character in the world? It's not Mickey Mouse.
Jumpman.
Pikachu.
Bugs Bunny.
It's definitely Mario.
Donkey Kong.
Nah, Pokemon's the bigger brand.
Cubert.
It is the bigger brand, but it's
Pac-Man.
not the most recognized character.
Mega Man.
So, Mario's the most
I'd say
recognized character in the world.
I'd say Pikachu is the most recognizable. It's because of him. Pokemon is more popular than Disney and Mickey Mouse.
I mean, I can see it from your point of view. This is Guinness Book of World Records I'm talking about. It's not my opinion. I'm a Sonic guy, not a Mario guy. So,
I'm the same. But yeah. So are you saying Mario is the most recognizable character in gaming
in the world, period.
in the
bro.
world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some doing, right?
Well, he's right, because even if you kind of know what a Pokemon is, if somebody showed some people Pikachu, they're gonna go, "That's one of the Pokemon." They may
Listen,
not know him by name.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
fair
something.
enough.
Mario,
Fair enough.
and they know that's Mario.
I'm gonna tell
know.
you something about Pokemon. I go to cosplay conventions a lot, and there's a lot of people dressed as different Pokemon characters.
Oh yeah,
And I
Oh,
get
yeah.
it wrong every single time.
Yeah, but clowns, you don't even.
So they
What?
know you're. They know
okay,
you're a fraud. at that
Pikachu
point.
is for them.
Okay.
For them young people.
Did you
They
know
used
that
to like
Luigi's
Pikachu.
last name is Mario?
Yep,
Yeah, it's
Mario,
Mario, and Luigi Mario. Yeah. And I'm not a Nintendo guy. I never was, but we had known that for a very long time.
Did you know that Princess's last name is Princess Peach?
So she's Princess Peach.
Her name is Peach.
her name is Peach.
I was
She don't
just
have
I was
last-
throwing it out there.
She doesn't have a
I was
last name.
testing you,
Her title is
PK.
Princess.
Her last name wants to be Mario.
They don't have that
Bowser.
anymore, Lemon.
Koopa.
It doesn't work like that. No, with Switch 2, I don't think it's going to be anything mind blowing. I don't think it's going to be anything. I don't even think it's going to be a generational leap. Nintendo always plays it safe. They do cost effective hardware, and then they upsell you so they can make a profit. Maybe at most that thing would have like a 1080 Ti equivalent in it.
And don't forget, all your
Yeah.
old games will not work on the new hardware. So
It will use it will use the Outer Lace architecture, so
Dude,
it's
it
more like a
better-
3000
It better
series.
have backward compatibility.
Yeah.
So Lemon in the chat, when we were discussing it at first, said it's going to be about. I think that's what he's referring to. He said it's going to be as powerful as a Series S in his estimate.
I mean, that's shooting
probably.
pretty high. That's shooting pretty high for Nintendo.
Don't know.
No, I mean that's probably accurate because
I mean,
it's
that's
gonna be-
probably
thinking-
yeah,
There,
probably accurate if Call of Duty is going to be coming to Switch too.
Yeah.
So
Wow, you
They-
guys
they
really
need
have
at
some
least
faith in
Series S.
Nintendo.
I
Callie
mean,
doesn't.
it's using the Outer Lace,
I do.
architecture.
I feel like
the
Series
3000
S they
series,
could probably
so.
do that. They could
could-
definitely get it up to Series S power.
Depends. I don't think they're trying, but I think they just took whatever's on sale on the rack when it came to Nvidia.
Oh yeah.
What
Could
do you
I?
Yeah,
what do you got on? We got all this, but what do you got back there?
I know. I would like
think
to see. I would absolutely like to see Nintendo re-enter the high end space.
They're
the thing
not
is,
don't
going to
they
need
don't
do
to.
care.
that.
They don't
They're
care.
not
They
gonna
don't
do
need
that.
to.
They don't need
Yeah,
to.
they
They're not
definitely
bothered.
don't need to, but I'd
So
like to see them come back.
why change your winning formula, right?
Yeah,
They're already
they
selling
win.
Yeah,
hand over fist. It
Well,
works every single
But
time.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. All of a sudden, they're starting to get a little bit of competition from like the Rogue Ally and other things like that.
No,
So-
no,
Those aren't
no,
real competitions,
no.
though.
It's
No,
not competition.
maybe not right now, but at some point.
But
They're
Nintendo-
never going to be.
Nintendo thinks ahead though, so
and-
they might have some fear in them.
There's only competition when you have a dedicated, like it's not competition because there's other handhelds. First of all, only people buying them are the hardcores. All right, casuals are not. Kids are not. Asking, they don't even know what they are. They don't know what Steam Decks and Rogue Allies and all that stuff are. That's for us. All right. But
For now, but that could change if they do it right.
listen,
You can't
Sony
assume
can't
that you
port
can't
their own
assume.
PlayStation.
Wait,
they
but-
had the
but-
better
but
console.
you can't
They didn't do it.
assume that they're never going to be a competition. It'd be
All I'm saying is Sony is in a better spot to do a real competition, and they dropped the ball on
Speaking of which, real quick, and we don't have to get into this topic. I just want to put this out there, but there's rumors because of Sony's patents going around that Sony's looking at making a like a Vita 2 or an up-gen PSP. I don't know if it will happen, but
probably.
I'm just gonna say doubt on that because they backed out so hard after the PS2 and Vita. Those two weren't even
Yeah.
competitions to Nintendo's DSs at the time.
And
If they
Vita-
put out, if they
they-
put
they
out like a
didn't-
Portal Go or something,
If-
PlayStation
Yeah.
Portal Go.
It's not like Sony doesn't put. Look, Sony can put out a superior hardware than Nintendo's console, right?
it's a little
but-
dusty. But
They just can't do the same dumb stuff like proprietary memory when all it is regular memory and then shape it funny, stupid stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just
Exactly.
do
They
don't do stupid stuff.
regular
What they had with
freaking
the headphones and
man.
stuff though. They had with the PS5 Portal where you can't use Bluetooth headphones.
But that's
they're
just a
still- they're
screen.
still, yeah, but they're still doing that though, aren't they?
They
they're
are still doing
making
that.
them decisions because you can't use normal headphones. Anybody would go, do you know what? It's got Bluetooth, so you can use your own headphones. However, we
But-
offer these upgraded headphones for a premium price.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying. This argument
yeah,
is
I am.
for us that is hardcore. Casuals don't care. You know what I mean? And they're not gonna buy this PS Portal anyway. They're not interested in that. Kids are not out here asking for a PS Portal. All right, they're not. And even if they did, they wouldn't even know what to do with this. All right.
listen, man. I was at GameStop the other day, everybody's favorite place in the world, and there are people asking for Steam Decks now.
Steam Deck, according to, and this is just gaming, right? According to Steam's on Valve's on metadata, there's more Steam Decks in the wild playing games than there are 4090s.
I believe it. GameStop also has a program now in certain GameStop locations where they actually sell brand new Steam Decks, and it's not in every location. You have to find out from your GameStop rep or whoever you talk to at GameStop, but there are some GameStops out there, like one in every city, that will be selling new Steam Decks. They have one in my area now already.
That is the closest you can get to a intro into a console, but access to PC gaming because it just plays games just like a Switch does. So
Not to mention, a lot of kids nowadays want to go on PC. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's the easiest intro you can get into that, and that would be but that's still not competition because Valve don't make games, Nintendo does, and again
Valve makes games.
No,
Yeah,
not
like
like
they just don't make
CS:GO.
games we like.
they don't
You
make
got CS:GO and what was the other one?
Half-Life
Half-Life
Alex.
Alex.
again.
Half-Life Alex.
Again,
yeah.
only recognized by the hardcore crew. They're not, like I said, we just got through talking about the first video game movie ever made $1 billion. And they'll do it again once the second one come out. My thing is it's their branding is recognizable worldwide. This is why they don't need to compete, or they're
Yeah.
not going to. They're just
Yeah.
going to, and
What
they'll
I'm
put
saying,
out
yeah.
a mediocre game, right? They'll put out a mediocre, because Pokemon's been trash for a while. I'm a Pokemon fan, it's been garbage.
Hey,
All right.
hey, watch your tongue.
He meant
I'm
to
a
say
Pokemon
Yu-Gi-Oh.
fan.
He meant to say Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan too, but I'm saying I'm calling for what it is. All right. Uh, Game Freak is a trash developer. Period. All right. They can't even make their own games.
Wait.
Their own games suck. So
Don't
they're
they?
garbage.
Do they make Disney Dreamlight Valley, or is that
No.
Game
No.
Loft?
That's game
No.
off.
Game Loft.
Okay.
No, they couldn't imagine trying to do something like that. Okay. They can't, because Game Freak sucks. They can't do anything. At the end of the day, they don't need to, because people are just going to buy Pokemon games, even if it's trash.
They don't even have to put a big budget into it.
No, they don't. Pokemon is now selling for $60 a piece, and it gives you less content than the previous games.
Mhm.
They don't even and I'm not trying to get into that, but remember the slogan was "Gotta catch them all." You can't no more. You can just catch some, and they banned the rest of the Pokemon from the game. Like, what the hell happened here? And they don't care.
Yeah,
the way they go.
The slogan's moving to you can catch some of them, but then you're done, right?
But my point is, if Nintendo can charge you twice, still sell you 2 games that are exactly alike, people still buy both of them. That's $120 for 2 games that are exactly alike with half the content. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's a win. That's a win.
But it works. It works for them.
The casuals will still spend the money until you have somebody that shows up and gives you a true competition that eats away at their market share. They're not making no change.
No one's gonna eat at Pokemon's money. They're dominant for a reason. I mean, even look at games like Temtem, which are done by indie companies. They're not where I wouldn't say they're not as good, but they're just not. They just don't have that quality that Pokemon has. Pokemon has like a certain prestige to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
To a
Kids are,
certain
like,
degree. But my thing
kids
is,
are just addicted, man. They're addicted. They'll keep buying it. They don't even care. Like ask Junior, he's
you can have something. I mean, there's always a interruption in the. Think about it. Fortnite was never a battle royale. It was supposed to be a defense tower game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Save the world.
Yep.
But then they got the mod from, and now look where it's at. It's a behemoth. It makes like what, 30 million or 40 million a month? That's crazy.
Monster.
I mean, true story. I interviewed Grant Schockweiler before Epic, right after Epic dropped the Fortnite multiplayer modes. And he was saying that in development, when they were talking about doing the multiplayer, he didn't mention PUBG at all, but, we know what the Battle Royale is, what they call it. He was saying that a lot of devs didn't think it was going to work because the servers were bogged down and they were having so many issues, and Epic still decided to push it anyway. And as Epic pushed it, of course, a lot of developers were stressed and keeping up with it. However, it really worked out in Epic's favor and really brought in the money for them to do a lot more with their game. I mean, they did a phenomenal job, and it was a good decision to release it for them as a company. And you can't knock them for it, man. They did
And that's
what they
what I'm
had
saying.
to do.
And that's what I'm saying.
Now they've just added the racing mode that's tied into.
They just stole
the Lego mode.
They just stole every idea from every other game and put it in their game.
Yep.
Hey, they're getting more eyes on the game. So
Well, Lego has to be working with them, and so does Rocket League for that stuff.
Right.
But the formula is Minecraft.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
next, is there going to be Fall Guys in there?
Possibly,
They already got Fall. They own Fall Guys.
Yeah.
So they don't need to do that.
Oh,
But what I'm saying is,
sure.
I want to answer it. So Cozy's right about a lot of things she says. Nintendo still make some of their lesser games too. But they do make high quality games. I trash on Pokemon. And to answer you, it's not Nintendo's fault. Nintendo technically does not own Pokemon. The Pokemon Company owns Pokemon, and it's a shared space between Game Freak, Nintendo, and Pokemon Company. But Pokemon Company has the controlling share. So
it's just a synonymous sort of thing. When you think Pokemon, you immediately think Nintendo. It's just
right.
It's synonymous, isn't it? That's where it is.
Isn't Pal World going to come out and like
Power will come
destroy
out. I won't say that, but it will be multi-plat, so we can play it on Xbox, PlayStation, etc.
Exactly. Nobody's gonna care about Pokemon after that game comes
Oh,
out.
if it's good.
Well, I don't know. I don't see. I think that
I see
Nobody's
where
gonna
you- I
care,
see
man.
where you're going.
Pokemon
I
with
see where
machine
you're
guns,
going.
bro. Pokemon's with machine guns. Yeah, nobody's gonna care about
no,
Pokemon
so-
anymore after this game.
So Vic, they don't have a low budget. They make them. Listen, the reason why Pokemon launches in November because they always have a new show. They always have new product to sell, not just games. They launch it simultaneous with all this crap. Pokemon makes billions. All right. It is the most money making franchise you can ever think of. They get large budgets. They just have the worst developer working on it. Every
Pokemon,
developer who has made a Pokemon game that's not Game Freak, I don't care if it's Pokemon Tournament, Namco Bandai, I don't care who it is. They made better Pokemon games than Game Freak ever have. All of them.
No,
So
I mean I kind of like the open world Pokemon stuff.
yeah, Pokemon
For
Snap.
about 10
That was
minutes and then I'm
that wasn't
done.
made by them. What's the one on 64? The Battle Arena.
Pokemon,
That wasn't
yeah.
made by them. Like none of the good Pokemon games was made by Game Freak. That's what I'm saying. So that proves that they don't deserve this. They don't know what they're doing. They doing low effort to get maximum profit,
Yeah.
and it's insane. You can't tell me in 2023 that this turn-based style with only 4 moves is still more strategically
I know.
competitive than anything else we've seen.
Ugh.
And I'm sorry going my little rant, but I just let you know it's one of those things. So go ahead, guys.
yeah. So I want to transition us to the last topic here.
Yeah.
So there's a horror game that came out that did pretty well in Steam for an indie dev. It's like a husband and wife. And he made a tweet and they said that, if you don't have the money to buy the game, pirate it for now and then, just buy it later. Yeah, I'm a little shocked that he publicly said that, or they publicly said that, however you want to say it, but
What's the name of this game?
I'll pull that up for you now.
4GQ TV does not condone and pirating.
No.
No,
You do that at your own risk. We do.
we
The-
we understand it happens and we will discuss
Um,
it. But it's
yeah.
not
By-
condoned in any way whatsoever.
It's by Black Tabby Games, and let's see.
I just want to
Remember,
make
we-
sure it's
we-
clear.
we-
We're not saying to do anything
we-
illegal.
We had a writer, director, producer say the same thing regarding his movies.
Yeah,
We
it's
interviewed him,
crazy.
so, yeah.
It's called Slay the Princess. It's been a sleeper hit of 2023. Won acclaim with hand-drawn visuals from illustrator Abby. Excellent vocal performances and unique visual
Oh.
setup.
Yeah, I was mostly
Now-
positive, overwhelmingly positive.
But if it hasn't, I mean, how can you? Why would it drive the maker of the game to say this? I mean, the only thing I can think of is the fact that, do you know what, sales have dropped a little bit. The eyes aren't on it, but if people are playing it, you get the FOMO, you get the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If people are playing
Sounds
it, they're
like-
pirated.
He almost
if-
got
if-
Sounds like that
7,000
developer
reviews.
should have put this on Game Pass, huh?
Well, there is that, right? But then, do you know what? If certain people are pirating it, and you see your friends are playing, you think, "Oh, my friend's playing that. Let's
It's
buy
not
it."
that expensive. Just buy the game.
But if it's not,
Yeah,
I
it was
know,
like
I know.
$17.
I'm just trying to
$17.
get into the mindset of why he would say that. That's all. Or
Oh
why he
yeah.
would put it out. Why he would put it out there publicly.
He probably
It's
just
set-
want to get people to try it.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
eyes on.
Wait, the Steam sale is over and I didn't buy 50 games.
And it gets people to talk about it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right? And we all know that by association, if a lot of your friends have got it, you're going to buy it. You're going to pick it up.
It's got 6,000 positive reviews on Steam. So
it's about $18.
So at the very minimum, that's a lot of sales on its own for a
Right.
small game. That's pretty good though, and it doesn't look bad at all. It's got a lot of great reviews, to be honest. So go out there and buy the game. That's what we're promoting.
Slay the Princess.
We're promoting to buy the game.
That doesn't look like any game that I want to play.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, but that's why Game Pass is so cool to try it. You never know, you might
So-
want to keep it.
So the guy who made it telling you that you can get it and try it, and if you like it, pay for it. There you go.
So would it, if they've made it and published? I don't know who's publishing that. Couldn't they put a demo out rather than saying pirate it? Could they not just go? Do you know what?
Sometimes putting a standalone demo out is more work than it is to because
Okay.
they have to.
Okay, so they would not. They have to. Would they not just
Yeah.
report a couple? Would they not just report a couple of levels and take?
It's not always that easy though. To just pull out a couple levels and say,
Thank
okay,
you,
let's
Mr.
enclose
Developer.
this.
Yeah, I have dabbled. Yeah, so it depending on what you've made it in and what engine and stuff. But you could open it up and rebuild and cut some back and then rebuild and then you're done. You've got a couple of levels. But like you said, it's not that easy in every instance.
I just like how Steam says players like me love this game.
I know.
Sounds like I'm gonna try it.
You're gonna try it, PK?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wonder if it plays good on Steam Deck.
I'm sure it's Steam Deck. Yeah, it's Steam Deck playable
It was
already.
probably designed for Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
They won a lot of awards though.
Nice.
That's the only thing I can think of why he would put that out.
Why you bring this up anyway? Because you wanted to say, tell people to.
No, it was a topic. It was something that a lot of people were talking about on social media, and it got a lot of replies and responses.
Well,
Oh, I see.
I'm probably gonna try it because it got a lot of great 10 out of 10 reviews.
Oh, I see. I was thinking about this Fort Solis. It's got mixed reviews.
Don't know about that one, but yo, I definitely give it a shot. It looks like it has extra stuff. Yeah, give it a shot.
Callie, any thoughts on this?
Callie just want to duel me.
Callie man laying in the bed in the background that
Callie, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
So
that's what happens when you're on the West Coast. You forget how to use your buttons.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna press the mute button first.
All right, I pressed the red button by accident. My bad.
Sorry, I thought you were whispering to Paul for a second.
Yeah.
Nah,
He's the
it's
Paul
cool
whisperer.
It's cool that the developer is seeing some success with this game, but I think overall, like, he's just trying to promote something that like a lot of people already do, and we know that even off of Twitter, people like to pirate games. But like, it's not a bad thing because it does help spread the word of some of these games that like are lesser known.
Yeah, I didn't know it existed, so until you brought it up, but I got it in my wish list now.
See,
get it later.
See, I helped you out, PK.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
I wish you would help me out with things I want you to help me out with.
Paul, any thoughts?
We all can't have everything we want, so.
What?
Any thoughts on this?
I kind of said what I had to say. I mean, he, like I said, he got more eyes on it, and if people like it, they're gonna look to the next game that him and his wife, whoever's gonna do. I mean, I think that's part of it too. Is he wants to be talked about, and then he can say, "Hey, look, we're coming out with this. We're the ones who did this. Got all these positive reviews." So it's a form of marketing. Not a bad form either. It's a very good form, actually.
So if you do that, Paul, I'm not buying your game.
I'm not a game dev, and I could never be a game dev.
How would you know? You ain't
I
never
know
tried.
I know what my skill set is.
It's talking. You can be a voice actor right now. Just be the grumpy old man in the video game.
Hey, this is Paul. Hi, my name is Paul. How you doing?
I don't like this, and I don't want that.
Been trying to tell some of the
French fries.
I know that. Yeah.
Maybe he can be the next version of Crazy Dave in Plants vs Zombies, right?
There you go.
Oh God.
Crazy Paul.
Well, before you go ahead and get out of here, anybody else got anything to say on this one?
No.
No, on that no.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, real quick before we let everybody do their outros, I just want to let you all know that we dropped an interview with Josh Bramer from Kenny Can Lane. He works for Eddie Murphy's company and many other companies in Hollywood doing props. He's a prop master. Check it out. He tells you about the inside of the industry and how he got involved and gives you some ideas of like if that's what you want to do in life. He gives you some ideas what to expect. So it's pretty
Very
cool.
fun interview. And do me a favor, everybody start bugging Carlo every day say, where is Joe Russo's interview? Ask Carlo every day.
Joe
where
Russo's
Joe's
up.
interview is. Where's the one that we didn't get up? The one that you can't find. I thought that was Russo's.
No, that wasn't Russo's. That's
That
Gary Revels.
That's in your
Gary
chair,
Rev-
Paul, behind you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
put it. You
He's
put it
gonna
back
pop
there
out
when
of
you
your
start
couch
playing-
next. Yeah.
You start playing Baldur's Gate. You forgot it was back there.
I don't think you ever told me when Joe's was up because
Behind that orange cushion that's on your left shoulder.
But we do have some other interviews coming. Shab, the voice recording artist, got to set that up. She did a song with Fat Joe. He did reiteration of Lean Back for her song. We also have a country singer coming on that toured with Taylor Swift. And I'm working on Matt Likes Hair. He's a TikToker with 1.9 million subs. His PR team wants him to come on the show. And then
I'm working on one of the members of Rascal Flats for about a month or so from now, hopefully. So.
And other than that, you'll see us at some conventions: St. Pete Comic Con, Central Florida Comic Con, MegaCon, WonderCon, and San Diego Comic Con so far this year.
By the way, have you seen the updated list for Comic Con or for Orlando?
Yeah,
dude,
it's huge.
We gotta, yeah,
it's huge. Yeah. But without further ado, let everybody say their outros. Callie Rex, thank you for coming on. And your mic is awesome, by the way. You got an awesome mic there.
Thank you. I got it for Christmas, but yeah. Thank you guys for having me on. I really do appreciate it. And I will be having a future episode with you, Carlos.
That's right.
Yep. I'll be interviewing you for my Gamer Couch Club episode on the 27th.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna drop some knowledge on Callie Rex's show.
Yes. And
so
I'm looking
Callie,
forward to
just
that.
get ready to correct him a lot, okay? I'm just telling you straight up. You're gonna have to fact check him on the go. Yeah.
Yeah, but also on top of that, I'm actually going to be launching a new show this weekend actually. A new show called the Triple Threats Podcast.
Nice.
It's not going to be gaming. It's not going to be focused on gaming. It's going to be covering a different variety of topics, just like whatever we choose to talk about on the show. So it's going to be me, Loke, and Flamish. So
okay.
Yeah,
that should be interesting.
Okay, nice. That sounds good.
Yeah. But you guys can find me at my own channel, Calix01, and my Twitter handle, Calix01 and Calix011 for my backup Twitter handle. And yeah.
He's also down for duels if anybody play Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
Yes, exactly.
Yu-Gi-Oh has been banned. PK, sorry.
Relax.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You've been banned from Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm taking away your Yu-Gi-Oh account. Frog Boy.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, and thank you for becoming a member of the panel. Where can people find you, and what are you up to?
I am found on YouTube, FrogboyX1 Gaming, or on Twitter under FrogboyX1 Gaming. Working on getting my new content ready for this year. Doing the PC stuff, the console stuff. Got a lot of content coming up. I usually just wing it, decide what I'm going to do that day. But yeah, that's where you can find me, FrogboyX1 Gaming, or here on Thursdays.
He's lying. You find him in GameStop's closet right now. If you look,
It looks like you rated it.
He
You
did.
can
He
find
got
me
it.
at Best Buy. You can find me at Best Buy. I buy a lot of Best Buy stuff. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
So
Our
yeah.
UK connection.
Yeah.
It's animated.
So you're just going to the guy below me now, PK. Is that what you're doing? Playing box squares?
I mean, we done kept this man up.
Okay,
he probably,
I'm good.
he probably texting his, his slide in right now. I don't know.
Listen, I would do the proper help for animated. Bloody right, anime. When can people find you, mate?
Oh
do you know,
God, that accent though.
do you know what? It's probably better than mine if we're honest. No, I go by two names: animated_evil and animated evil 857. If you can't find me at one, you can find me at the other on YouTube and Twitch and Xbox and other various platforms that I'm not using right now, but I've secured the names. So yeah, if you can't find me at animated_evil, animated evil 857, and yeah, I am looking at coming back to
Uh-oh.
it. Oh yeah. Just if you want to join an entertaining idiot, I'm there for a laugh. Right, that's all I do. I'm a complete fool, but I'll keep you entertained. We're good. And other than that, when I'm about, really, yeah, I'll be here most Thursdays. Fingers crossed. Although I now live in 2 places in the UK, so it's not always
Hey.
possible.
Why are you telling everybody where you at? You doxing yourself.
There we go. But this is why I say I'm hoping to be so popular. I can't live in one place, PK. That's where we're at, right? But other than that, yeah, that's me. And I shall see you all next week.
Nice.
All right.
And then we get to the infamous, inappropriate, pineapple, powerbomb, paparazzi, celebrity, celestial, cerebral paw.
He's had to write that down.
Now you notice what I noticed is Paul's eyes was already looking at something. I don't know what he was doing, but it better not be Baldur's Gate 3.
No.
On his Xbox.
No.
Baldur's
Bad
Gate
moment
3 on
coming
the Xbox.
All right, Paul, where can people find you?
And you can find me on Twitter, now called X or whatever the heck he's doing. At Cerebral Paul 1. You can find me at Twitch at Cerebral Paul. You can find me on the Xbox Ambassador channel every Tuesday afternoon at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, doing gaming differently with Cerebral Paul. You can find me Monday nights with Spooky doing the Pop-Up Powerbomb podcast where we talk about wrestling. And on Tuesdays on Retro Renegades, on Wednesdays I don't do nothing at this point, which is kind of nice. Thursdays I'm here, and then Fridays I'm wasted with Wise.
All right.
So also I want to show this off real quick if I can. I actually got this jacket today from Mountain Dew. They sent it to me. It's a Mountain
Nice.
Dew Code Red jacket. It's a nice bomber jacket, reversible.
Nice.
Yeah. Can't
So
really show off
we're
the
gonna
details.
take pictures with you wearing it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Does
that's
it
what I
even
need. It's
does
like
it
80
even
degrees
get
in-
cold in Florida for you to wear
I was
that
gonna
jacket?
say that's a heavy jacket. I've had it on a couple of times today. Gets hot really quick. Yeah. So
Huh.
yeah,
You gotta come up north. Then you have a
Yeah.
reason to wear it.
that's right. But yeah, I entered a contest and they sent it to me. Got here a lot quicker than I thought it would. And it even
I'm
fits.
gonna just put this out to the world. For somehow conveniently, Paul wins a lot of contests.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he doing it, but he
Yeah,
does.
man, you need to enter the lottery.
and
Well, I wish I need to win the
he
lottery.
won't tell me how.
Just I enter a lot when I see the from trusted people that I know do proper giveaways. I enter, and sometimes I win.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
Well,
Shady Paul.
so now we add winner to Paul's title as well.
Yeah.
So where can we find the most electrifying man in
Oh, dear
all
God.
your entertainment land?
You
Hey,
can
listen.
catch him losing to me on Yu-Gi-Oh.
First of all, shout out to all our guests. Yo, thank you to everyone who came out, especially Kelly Rex. Oh, yeah, that's right. Frog Boy says he's part of the group now, so he's now part of the family. Hey, but thank you for everything. You guys did great. I had a good time. It was a good conversation. We did discuss a lot of different stuff. And thank you for Paul telling me all his jobs he does and everything else that he does when nobody's
But I don't
looking.
get paid for none of it. But whatever.
You do stuff when nobody's looking. And he likes bears for some reason. I don't know what that is. But and our UK connection, brother over there for another mother, holding it down. He's got 2 houses, about to have 3, calling the slide in right now. And thank you to all that Mr. Animated. And of course, my
Pleasure as
co-host,
always.
with the most, Mr. Clowns, aka Italian opposite man. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down, always getting in the cool interviews, still working on the one that I want, right? You doing that? And for me, you can always find me here at 4GQ TV. The Dragon's Den when he's not asleep, and then definitely on Twitter at PKX Live. And you definitely, my DM's open. So if anyone want to get down on gaming, look, I play on everything. So it doesn't matter. I don't have online for PlayStation, but I can play.
Nobody
anything.
does now.
So,
Yeah.
but
Oh, well,
doesn't matter.
canceled it.
Doesn't matter. Only thing, well, I just canceled Netflix. To be honest, I'm tired. They try to charge me $30, but outside of that, definitely hang out with us. We don't know how to act. We are definitely inappropriate according to Paul. And we will not upload and may upload inappropriate scenes from a game.
Yeah, this is true.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Oh, I need those uploads.
Until next week, see you guys later and hope to see you guys at the convention.
Yep.
All
See you
right, bye,
next week.
everybody.
You guys have a good one.
Goodbye.